Yo, what up, hey? How you doing, guys? My name is Sanj, and today we've got the 4th episode to the Vintage Vibe series. For those of you that are new to the channel, the concept is rather simple. On a monthly basis, you take a budget that you give yourself, so in my case it's £50, go to your favourite thrift, charity or vintage store, and then buy whatever you can find within set price limit, and then showcase what you have. So usually on average I get 3, maybe 4 pieces. However, this time I went to a store called Beyond Retro in Brick Lane and managed to get just 2 coats for the sum of, I believe, £47 to be precise. I know it's only 2 pieces in comparison to the 3, however I'm very happy with them, and one of them turned out to be a massive bargain anyway. Before we get started, I'd also like to give a shout out to my boy Callum Thompson, who also took part in the Vintage Vibe. He's got 1 episode out and he's also keen to do a few episodes, so I'll make sure to link to his video at the end of this video, and yeah, definitely check out his channel, cool dude. Without further ado, 2 coats from Beyond Retro, let's go. So starting off with the biggest bargain out of the 2 pieces, we've got this beautiful workers jacket for a grand total of £7. It was reduced twice, once 50% and then the second time 70%, and for some odd reason no one had managed to pick it up. I had been looking for a workers jacket for quite a while now. Obviously a lot of designers currently do a sort of blazer take on a workers jacket, so they adapt this sort of silhouette into a blazer form, and then some actually come out with a jacket, and I'm kind of glad that I managed to find it in a vintage condition for such a cheap price. So on the label it says today's news, and the buttons also have today's news, which indicates that perhaps this was a vintage newspaper boy's jacket that he wore when delivering news or when working in the factories. Again, adds cool factor to it. It's in pretty good condition, so genuinely super surprised and stoked with this piece. Now for the quick details, we've got corduroy on the collar and on the cuff. I've given them 2 turns as well, as you can see, and you'll be able to see on the on body. It's got 3 patch pockets. The first chest pocket is actually interesting because it's split into 2. Obviously I presume this is where they would have put their notepad, and it's got a tiny little tab to put their pen. However, the notepad now fits an iPhone 6 perfectly, so when I do wear this jacket, this is where the iPhone 6 goes. And then it's got, let me switch this up because this arm is aching. We've got 2 patch pockets on the sides. As I said, it's got buttons which features today's news. It is a fairly boxy fit. I'm not too sure as to whether I'm going to get this jacket tailored and fitted close to the body. I kind of like how it fits oversized at the moment. I still want to buy a sort of worker's blazer that I want to wear on a smarter occasion, and perhaps that will be my more fitting piece, and then leave this oversized. Absolute bargain, £7, Beyond Retro, worker's jacket, vintage, near pristine condition. Here's how it fits. And the second piece we have today is this beautiful super long coat, once again purchased from Beyond Retro. This one retailed, however, at £38. It is super long, so as you can tell it probably won't even fit into the whole frame, but as you know there will be an on-body, so I'll be able to show you guys various details. It's a 2-layer coat, meaning that the woolen / shirling inside is actually detachable, in which case you still have just one massive long piece. Although it reminded me of the army, this is actually an Australian brand called the Australian Outbacks collection. So their garments are made in Australia, and I did some research as to what this actual coat was, and supposedly it's called the Drover. Obviously they still have it on their websites. If you wanted to get a more updated version, I believe their current one is a bit more brown, whereas this one has that sort of khaki greenish hues to it. This coat, I mean, as soon as I saw it in my head I thought Bane. I put it on and I thought Bane. It looked sick. It fits good. It's a size large, but it fits amazing. Again, oversized, but it's got this nice little clasp detail at the sleeves, which means that it gets really tapered. Although it's very bulky in size, surprisingly it features some very clean lines. Got these sorts of enclosures, and then finally you've got this big sort of panel to close it all. 2 pockets on either side. Bearing in mind this coat actually retails for roughly £250 to £300. This is an absolute bargain at £38. Condition wise it's actually pretty decent in my opinion. Supposedly this is supposed to have an oil skin, so I'm going to make the assumption that it's going to have a sort of Belstaff waxed coat feel to it that has obviously rubbed off, and it still has that vintage smell. So what I'm going to do is actually take it to a specialist to hopefully get it clean, get the smell off, and be able to reapply a sort of waxed finish to it. A few marks of wear and tear here and there, but that's what gives character to a coat, and that's why you go to vintage shops. Beautiful coat, I'm super happy with this. Fits beautiful, definitely going to wear it a lot over the winter, and here's how it fits. And that is it for this month's Vintage Vibe episode. I know that this was very short in comparison to the others, however, I just had 2 pieces to show. Very glad with them. I'm definitely going to get a lot of wear out of both. I can see the worker's jacket as being thrown just as a casual coat, whereas the other one I'm going to obviously wait until the colder times, but hopefully it will serve its purpose and I'll go to a cleaner before it gets to those periods. With that being said, thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate all the support. Let me know if you picked up any vintage pieces or which one out of the 2 was your favourite. Would you rock them? If so, how? Don't forget to show your support by clicking that thumbs up button, leaving comments, sharing, tweeting, Facebooking, whatever it is that you do. I genuinely appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day. Take care. Peace.
From Pop Boutique in Leeds. Just a nice jacket really.
So, look.